Great Saturday evening to all. Y'all already know, man, what this day's about. It's a day of it's the sixth day of the week. Saturday, Saturn's day. It's a day of expansion. It's a day of relationship building. It's the superior man's day. You know what I'm saying? Iron John's day. Um, y'all already know what I do on this day, man. I go and embrace the suck. Right, that's my thing. This started about 6 months back. I think I started this around January or February, right before I stopped smoking. And then once I stopped smoking on February 3rd, it just picked up. It just became more concrete in my mind that I really wanted to continue to do this, and that I would continue to do this for about 5, 6, 7 years, right? Every Saturday's 50 to 70 or 80, 80 pounds of straight suffering on my back for anywhere between 2.5 to 6 hours, right? Whether it is 6 miles or 15 or more miles, right? Today was 72 pounds, right? That's 72 pounds broken down into ounces is 1,084 ounces. The way that I was seeing it today, I was like, yo, in this pack is an ounce for every individual, right? There's 1 ounce of suffering that every individual in this life is avoiding, man. There's a lot of people in our society that they just sit comfortably, man. They don't leave the house. They're on Netflix. They're just eating death. They're just, avoiding the suck, avoiding uncomfortable situation, and just embracing comfort and boredom and a slow and agonizing death, right? And I've started to, every Saturday I do this. The way that I see it is like there's so much suffering in life, right? And I believe, right? I believe, think, and know that the reason that there's so much suffering in life is because there's so many of us avoiding doing the right things in our life. Eating the right things, sleeping, thinking the right things, saying the right things, doing the right things for ourselves, for others in our life, for our family, for our community. So, when I put this pack on every Saturday, those are some of the things that go through my mind. Like, to me, it's like I'm taking on, unnecessary suffering that's in the world. And, I like to think that my by me doing something, something to some people might seem like, stupid, senseless. Like my mother, she might like, why are you doing it? It makes no sense. Like, you're stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're fucking crazy. Um, I like to think that I'm taking some of that SX, that excess suffering that's in the world, that excess laziness and just carelessness, that I'm just taking that upon myself and I'm transmuting it into something more positive. Because the things that are in my vision, that are in my future, are that, man. Like, I want to manifest so much that God uses me, life uses me as a tool to bless so many more people. Like I said, man, that's today was 72 pounds. That's 1,084 ounces of suffering. That's 1,084 plus individuals who refuse to suffer or to embrace an ounce of suffering, and instead of, because they wanted to cheat, the world, I took that, I put it in my pack, and I walked with it, right? I'm gonna be doing this for the next 5 to 7 years. That's 52. That's 52 days per year that I'm gonna be doing that, because there's 52 weeks in a year, right? And you multiply those 52 weeks times 5 years. That's a good number. So, over the next 5 to 7 years of me doing this, that's just one of the rituals that I've applied. That's not even talking about the other aspects of life that I'm also working on. But this is, you know, this is my own little ritual that I've decided to apply to my Saturday's Day, you know, my day of expansion, my sixth day of work, you know, how I've chosen to spend it working. And this is just one aspect of work, right? Um, there's so many other things, you know. Yo, God is good, man. God is great. And you'd be surprised how many people you impact and influence just by the little things that you do in this life. You know, the children that are watching you, the elderly, the youth, the old, the middle adults. Like today, yo, today I walked 7.26 miles, and about 3 of those miles I spent it reading. Like 3 or 4 of those miles, about an hour I spent it reading. You know what I'm saying? I spent it reading a book. I had people looking at me like I was crazy. I felt a lot. I saw a lot of odd looks. You know, they got this dude walking around with a big ass pack on his back, and he's reading a book, and you know he's got some tunes on the side, and you know it's like when you help somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody's bag breaks, or their bag is open and something falls out, and you go and pick it up, and you do that person a favor, right? And you think that nobody saw you but that person that appreciated that gesture, right? But somebody else actually did see you. You know, somebody else walking behind you, somebody else driving by, and in the back of that person's mind that saw you, they probably was like, yo, the world ain't shit, nobody ain't shit, people ain't people, all people suck, right? And then they see you doing this kind gesture, and all of a sudden you just you know, you just unleash the whole chain reaction of thoughts and events that completely contradict that individual's train of thought about society, about humanity as a whole, right? So you know, when I do these kind of things, this is the understanding that I have in the back of my mind. You know, to my moms, I may seem like I'm crazy. To my friends, I may seem like I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Like Sosa's gone crazy. You know, to the simple minded, you may seem like you're crazy. But to individuals that are actually dreaming, that have vision, they're like, yo, this guy is doing something, you know. And you know, I got like 2 people in my life that I appreciate, you know, a few people actually. You know, I got my cousin that's in jail. You know, he's been serving like 15 years, and that fucker believes in me, right? You know, I got my brothers, um well, the one that follows me, that has started that after me, right? The 28-year-old, that he started like applying some of the teachings that I have been sharing with him over the past, you know, 5 or so years, since I've had this spiritual awakening, this kind of conscious awakening, where now I'm more consciously sharing um, my thoughts in a more concise and efficient way that allows other individuals to actually apply what I'm learning, right? I'm able to share the wisdom of the knowledge and understanding that I've acquired. Um, and my sister, you know, like those 3 main individuals, you know, they don't, those are 3 people that don't look at me like I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. You know, like they have no doubt in my mind that I do have an idea of what I'm doing, because they've seen the results. They've seen the outcome over the last 7 years since I left the Marine Corps, you know, losing my mind with stress, anxiety, and potential depression, right? They have seen the shift in consciousness, you know, from somebody that was speaking erratically and overly passionate and also angry about things that were going on in life, yet this individual was still making the same mistakes. You know, they see how or they might perceive, right? They might perceive the conduct towards other people around them, right? So there's always gonna be a few people in your life that kind of like, you know, they don't put you down. Like you share something with them and they actually try to build upon it, rather than other people that they just ignore you, and they're just like, oh my god, just go away. And it sucks, you know, when it's somebody that you fucking came out of that looks at you like that. But I'm learning, man, that, you know, people are gonna be people. People are gonna be people. People are gonna fucking doubt you. Um, and you can never expect you can never expect people to believe in you, especially people that are just consistently just like they have never believed in you, right? So the most important thing, man, out of all of this is you gotta believe in you. You can't really give a fuck about what anybody else thinks, says, or feels about what you are doing in life. At the end of the day, there are people, there are children out here, there are individuals out here that need you to become who you have been born to become. You get what I'm saying? They need that fucking energy. They need that consciousness. They need that knowledge, that wisdom that only you can provide through your own authentic and individual uniqueness being manifested. Like I said, man, it's Saturday. You already know. I had my beer. Um, only been drinking. I haven't drank this much like I've drank this year, and I've only been drinking one beer per week. Right, I haven't drank this much in over 5 or 6 years. Right, since I left the Marine Corps. 2 years after I left the Marine Corps, I really started cutting everything out. After I had the psychedelic experience, but 2022 is gonna be different, man. You know, 2022 is I don't have any plans of using any kind of substance. You know what I'm saying, to help me on this journey to help bring clarity and awareness into my consciousness. Like, I'm done. Like, you know what I'm saying, like. I probably won't be using any psychedelic or any type of, like, you know, mind altering substance for a good, you know, for a good year. I probably won't do it the whole of 22 and see how that year goes, right? How I function, how I perform. So I'm actually looking forward to 2022. You know, this has been the first year that I've been able to not smoke weed for an extended period of time. I haven't smoked weed since February of this year. That's a good 8 months, right? I didn't stop smoking to go into the military. I didn't stop smoking to become a police officer. I didn't stop smoking for training, for fights. And even when I was training for a fight, I would smoke every freaking day, 2-3 blunts a day, and still go and run 3, 5, 10 miles on the days that like, you know what I'm saying? I was smoking day in and day out and only not smoking for maybe a week. So this is the first year that I've been able to go and extend for a very long extended period of time without using a substance that I have relied on since I was 16 years old, which is smoking, right? Weed or tobacco. So like I said, I'm actually looking forward to the next year and the next 5 years, right? And the next 10 years, right? Because I have so many goals, so many plans, so many visions set in place in my subconscious mind, and also on my vision board, you know, on the book stands, on everywhere, you know, like I got little things everywhere, right? I got my little plants. I got some avocado seeds growing. Like, I got so many things in the back of my mind that need to be put into motion, right? So I can't let this ocean be consumed and polluted by substances and by things that do not contribute and that hinder what is necessary of me. So it's dope, you know, because I won't be drinking all of 22. I won't be using a lot of substances. So I'm gonna enjoy the last few weeks that I have, you know, the last few months that I have in 2021, and you know, I'm gonna continue to walk with joy every Saturday. And if I can't do it on Saturday, I'll do it on Sunday. And if I can't do it on a Sunday, I'll do it on a Monday, like I did this past week. I think actually on Monday I actually ran, right? On Monday I did a 3 hour or a 2 hour 50-pound pack run or walk. I don't even know what it was. I just know I went out and got it, right? Because I didn't do it on Saturday. Because I used a chemical drug that ended up fucking up my whole weekend, all the way from Friday through Sunday. Like, I was just no good, not good for so that study which that's what it was. It was like a study, right? That study proved that substance is no good, and that's ecstasy. So I'm just gonna be sticking to these natural plants, you know what I'm saying? And for 2022, I'm gonna do a whole sober year, unless I have a fight. If I end up picking up a fight, I might have to, depending on my anxiety and the my subconscious mind decides like it's time to break the Mary Jane fast. In February it'll be a year, and it's dope, you know, to be able to fast from something that I didn't think I was going to be able to do so soon, right at 31. I thought I was gonna wait till like 35, 40 years old, and you know, by the grace and guidance and wisdom of the Most High God, and you know, my own right use of my willpower, because I got to give myself some kind of like, you know, some kind of props, right? Because God is us, but if we don't make the decision to do something, to ask for the help, then nothing really happens. But yeah, other than that, man, I just wanted to like come on this Saturday's day after drinking my nice cool beer. That shit went smooth down the back of my throat. That felt good, because I was yelling when I was reading. I was at that book, Iron John. Go check it out, man. Go check out Iron John. It's a really great book for us men to read, you know, especially if you didn't grow up with a father. It is a really great book to read. But yeah, man, I got so passionate. I was just screaming at the top of my lungs for about 30, 40 minutes reading that book as I was hiking. But yeah, I just wanted to come on and share some of my thoughts, you know what I'm saying? A superior man's thoughts on this great Saturn's Day evening, and you know what I'm saying, just share some wisdom and yeah, man, yo, we're still going hard, man, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Even if we end up on a God forbid on a comatose table, like we're gonna be working from all the way. Knowing what we know and understanding how the universe works, man, ain't nothing stopping us, man. Even if this body goes, this consciousness, this awareness, this that we have manifested, and the impact that we have had over the last, you know, 3 or so years, it ain't stopping. It ain't stopping. The plans that God wanted me to set in motion through this body, through this vessel that I've been blessed with the opportunity to operate through, you know, this Joanne Sosa, you know, super conscious living, you know, aka SEL master builder, you know what I'm saying? This master that I have built, what this master has started, it ain't no stopping it, man. So other than that, man, yo, go and subscribe, you know what I'm saying? Like, leave your comment, whatever the heck you want to do on these videos that I'm posting on the YouTube. Go check out Super Conscious Sosa on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where all this all this content is gonna be. And go check me out on IG as SCL Master Builder.